Vernon Jones, a former Democrat who tried to transform himself into a far-right Republican, was walloped by Mike Collins in the race for the rural 10th district runoff, despite boasting of Trump's endorsement. And Jake Evans fell to Dr. Rich McCormick in the 6th district race, despite a late push by Trump that described the Georgia attorney as a MAGA warrior who would fight for his priorities in Washington. Remember this? Trump was similarly embarrassed in Georgia mere weeks ago. His guy, David Perdue, got blown out in the primary battle for Georgia governor. Trump's crusade to unseat 3 other Georgia Republicans, including one named Brad Raffensperger, failed spectacularly as well. Joining us now, Matt Dowd, political strategist, also the founder of Country Over Party, and Cornell Belcher, president of Brilliant Corners Research, both MSNBC contributors. Matt Dowd, what do you see?
Well, I think we have to stop looking at the environment through the prism of whether Donald Trump wins or lost and how that defines the Republican Party. Because, I mean, Georgia is an outlier in this, but 94% of people that Donald Trump have won that he's endorsed. That's a pretty good record for Donald Trump. But I think the worst thing is, which I actually think is far more dangerous, which is what this has become. Nearly every Republican candidate who's won a primary, whether they were a Republican, whether they're endorsed by Donald Trump or not, either pushes the big lie, is an election denier, or doesn't seem to have a problem with a move to autocracy. And I think that's a concern. I was thinking about this, Nicole, today. It's a little bit like Chernobyl, what's happened with the Republican Party, which what led to Chernobyl was bad design, misinformation, and bad decision making by people there. And just because you remove the person that hit a wrong switch and contributed to the meltdown doesn't mean that you don't have a nuclear disaster that spreads. And even if you take that person out, Donald Trump, the Republican Party has become a toxic waste dump of this big lie, autocracy, and denialism. And that's, I think, the fundamental problem. There is not Republicans winning who don't buy into the problem that the January 6th is investigating.